And welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. Now, did you know that with his 66-yard field goal on Sunday, Justin Tucker has kicked the longest kick in NFL history? You guys probably knew that, but we wanted to bring it up in case you've been living under a rock. So, anyways, guys, welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, aka Mike Bob Fan 101, with my good friend and co-host Cam, aka I Spy Cam.
Howdy, y'all.
So let's get down to talking about some sports. We are going to start off with the NFL as always. Justin Fields completed 6 passes for 68 yards against the Browns and also lost 67 yards after being sacked 9 times, meaning the Bears only had 1 yard passing in Fields' first start. Ouch.
Embarrassing. I felt bad, man. I saw that fact and I was like, I got to put this in here. I don't really care what anybody says. I had to do it.
Yeah, 2 facts in a row for you guys. Eagles wide receiver Jalen Rieger DMing meme account Ghetto Gronk about a joke they made on him. He says the DMs are fake, but there's pretty convincing screen recorded video, which I could understand like where he'd be like a little upset considering that, it's not his job to go out there and just impress this guy's fantasy team, but come on. The meme account is clearly trolling. He's a big meme account. He's got like I don't know how many followers, like thousands of followers. He's just trying to have a little fun, and Jalen had to be a little sissy about it.
Yeah, he embarrassed himself, honestly. I mean, I feel like if I was an athlete and I was big enough, I wouldn't really care. I'd probably laugh about it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm making $1 million and you're at home making a joke about me. And that's just what I keep in the back of my head. But, it's whatever.
Exactly. Eagles fear that pass rusher Brandon Graham suffered a torn Achilles against the 49ers. Colts quarterback Carson Wentz out with 2 sprained ankles. Ouch. Just not a good season for Carson Wentz so far.
No, man. Carson just can't keep, staying healthy. He's been so bad at it this season. And really, I mean, first the leg injury and now his ankles, which they're both sprained, which I don't know how he had that happen, but that sucks.
Bills worked out Quentin Dunbar, but he just signed with the Cardinals about an hour before we started recording. Good move for the Cardinals. He's a pretty solid corner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say on this. Just a W, really.
Tyrod Taylor to be out for 4 weeks with hamstring issue. Browns also placed Jarvis Landry on the IR for 3 weeks.
Which is really going to hurt them.
Antonio Brown on reserve COVID list, which, I mean, that's kind of going to hurt Tampa, but at the same time, they'll be fine.
I think they'll be okay, but still some of a big factor for them.
Lions release veteran linebacker Jamie Collins. Panthers first-round cornerback J.C. Horn carried off the field with a foot injury. God, I can't talk. That sucks for him, especially in your first season. Prayers up to him. Hopefully he gets better.
Yeah, and it's really going to hurt the Panthers too. I mean, first round, he was doing really well, and then he got injured. That's really going to hurt them on defense.
The NFL will be reinstating Josh Gordon, and the Chiefs pick him up, which how many times has this guy been reinstated? Like 3?
I am not sure. And honestly, I'm going to be honest, I don't even know like what happened for him to be out of the league in general. I think I forget. Which is just in general, it's like really stupid.
He enjoyed a little bit of that green, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so my guess is he's going to be kicked out again. Sha'Carri Richardson, maybe. maybe they'll make a great couple.
Oh, man. Yeah, but like I said, he'll probably just get kicked out again. Decent pickup for the Chiefs for the 2 games that he'll play. Panthers trade Dan Arnold. I almost got that confused with Sam Darnold. And 3rd-round pick to the Jaguars for C.J. Henderson and a 5th-round pick. Sounds like a decent move for the Panthers.
Yeah, no, Panthers definitely took a win on that one. What are the Jags doing, man? Giving up C.J. Henderson like that? I don't know what they're doing.
They're done. I mean, they're the worst team in the league, so.
Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence really isn't doing anything. I remember when people were calling him the next Brady.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's coaching or if he's just not ready for the NFL level, but technically he had to since he was a senior. I think he was a senior, if I'm correct. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid released from hospital and is in great spirits. He went to the hospital right after the Chargers game. I'm not sure if that's because he's shocked at the season or because something was wrong with him, but glad to see he's okay.
Yeah, I like Andy Reid. He's a great guy, and plus I think he coached Oregon, and it's like my favorite college football team. So I like him even more. So I was actually a little worried because I thought like he was like seriously sick for a while because that's what they were hyping it up as. But he seems to be fine now, which is nice.
Yeah, he might have had heat exhaustion or something if they were playing in Los Angeles. I'm not sure where they were playing at. Browns wide receiver KJ Hamler suffered a torn ACL and will miss the rest of the season. Giants middle linebacker Blake Martinez suffered a torn ACL. Wow, lots of torn ACL. Big injuries.
Yeah, a lot of injuries this week.
And Colts and running back Marlon Mack mutually agreed to seek a trade. And that will conclude the NFL news.
Yes. And for MLB, we have Dodgers who hit 100 wins, which I think is nice for them. I'm surprised they haven't hit 100 already with all the superstars they have, but you know what? I'm kind of happy to see them like that because they have way too many people. Cardinals have won 16 games in a row, which is very impressive. As a Reds fan, I despise the Cardinals, but they're doing pretty good. And, I'm not biased. We actually have a pretty sad story. A mother and her 2-year-old son died Saturday at Petco Park during the Padres game after falling off the second deck, which prayers for their family. And I kind of wonder if the league's going to handle this. I mean, I'm not going to say put a net up there, but, as someone that's been to even the Reds ballpark, Great American Ballpark, when you're on that second deck, man, there's not really much that's going to hold you back from falling. So it's a little scary.
Yeah, definitely a tragedy there. Prayers to their family.
Yeah. Reds extend contract with manager David Bell to 2 years, which in my mind, I'm kind of happy with. I'm kind of upset. Reds has probably had one of the best seasons since 2013 easily, and I love the guys on it. I just wish David Bell and all of the Reds people that are big up there could really maybe try to make a move to get more guys and not afraid to spend money and not be cheap. Blue Jays upset after I'm going to murder this guy's name. Kevin Kiermaier picks up card for Blue Jays catch from Blue Jays
I believe.
Yeah, it's something like that. And an anonymous source says that the Blue Jays manager said if there's one card they don't want their opponent having, it's that one. Which next game, Blue Jays pitcher Ryan, I'm going to murder this guy's last name too probably, Baruki, gets ejected after hitting Kevin Kiermaier with the first pitch in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bench is cleared. Blue Jays manager Charlie Montoya suspended for 1 game, which, I mean, to be fair, I can understand how it's crucial to the Blue Jays because really that is a very important card. It probably has their pitches that he throws and the way they're going to throw them against batters. But at the same time, I don't think it's necessary to get someone hurt. And I do think it is important, though. Sorry. Mute. A's manager and bench coach ejected after umpire missed obvious foul tip call.
There he goes, and the pitch is high, and it pops out of the glove of Murphy. So Kelnick's going to have his 6th stolen base. Off, but he was going from second to first.
There's Kelnick in there. Bag taken. You don't see anybody calling time. Ball still live.
I think somebody in the A's dugout just got thrown out. I don't think it was Bob Melvin.
Well,
That looks like a foul ball.
I was just going to say, you can very clearly see the foul ball.
So maybe Kelnick did know what he was doing, huh? So yeah, you're right. The replay clearly showed that it was a foul ball, which means Kelnick just goes back to first base, but I don't think the foul ball was called.
And you can see Bob right now trying to explain to Mr. Gibson, whoever ended up getting ran out of the dugout is talking to Bob, and
so now Bob gets tossed, and the problem here is Greg Gibson is wrong. He missed a foul ball.
Right.
So I always find that quite ridiculous that an umpire missed a call and he's now thrown Ryan Christensen and Bob Melvin out.
If you look at this video, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily something to whine about, but for the bench coach to also get ejected, I just think it's kind of pointless. And, you know, we have another glove ejection. It's been a while, honestly. I'm saying Brewers pitcher Jake Cousins' glove is too light, which it's so stupid. That guy's had that glove forever, probably, and they're just now doing this crap, which I just think is so stupid. They need a better format, and the Players Association is going to meet with them next year. Obviously, this is just not going to go good for them. Personally, I think MLB players will go on strike, and that's my honest opinion.
It's so stupid to have this glove rule. This is like the second time I've seen it this season, and it's got to go. It's so stupid. Let the players wear whatever glove they want to.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really see much batters really having an issue on it, but there's a few. For example, Josh Donaldson, he had a big issue of calling out a bunch of pitchers on it, but it's whatever. Umpire changes his mind in the middle of a strike call and acts like he was adjusting his shoulder pads, which the only reason I put this on here is because I just thought it's stupid. As an umpire, you're not really necessarily able to just call back a play like that, and you look really stupid doing it. Yankees versus Red Sox game got delayed after a fire alarm goes off in Fenway Park, which my guess is a fan pulled it. That's just my honest guess. And maybe they're just either teens or just someone's really stupid and mad about how Boston basically just got the crap kicked out of them, which, if you didn't know, they swept. So, well, Yankees did. Bench is clear in White Sox-Tigers game after Jose Abreu was hit by pitch.
Two strikes. And he hit him.
Oh, and that hit him right on the elbow.
They peels away, throw down to second, meets him there, and he is out.
Well, he went in real hard to Goodrum.
And Goodrum is jawing at him, and Jose's going right back at him. Jose is really not happy with being hit by that pitch. And now the benches are going to clear at Comerica Park. Garrett Crochet is right in the middle of that thing. The Sox and Tigers in their final game of the season in the 9th inning. Everybody spilling out from the bullpen and meeting at second base.
I'm not sure why Lang was in the middle of that, but Jose is justifiably unhappy. That's the most unhappy I've seen him. Lang decided to get in the middle of it.
Which then he slid in the second a little too hard, which... God, it's so stupid. I swear, baseball players are turning into soccer players, man. They're just flopping everywhere. It's like a bunch of LeBrons out there. It's getting bad. Which Chicago's bench coach Miguel Caro was ejected from yelling out of the dugout, which, why? There's no point. Just really stupid. MLB umpire Joe West retiring, which I had that song, Celebration Time. Come on. Listen, Joe West is garbage. Along with Aaron Hernandez, man. Or is it Aaron Hernandez or someone like that? All right, maybe that's the other guy that I probably should have mentioned because maybe that's the NFL guy. But it's something like that. The other umpire who sucks. Absolute garbage. I wish he would retire too, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Joe West is retiring. I feel like it's my birthday. It's a great time because I hate Joe West because Joe West is practically blind. Rays activate rookie infielder Wander Franco, which personally is a big W. Rays need him back. What's kind of funny is earlier I saw like the worst take ever. And it was just someone like playing it back, which was Padres are easily going to be the best in the league and the Rays are going to stay the Rays. And it's like completely flipped around. Padres won't even make it close to the NL, which, NL playoffs, which just, I mean, really, I don't know how they did it, but they managed to suck in the second part of the season. And the Rays, once again, are doing great.
Yeah. I thought the Padres were going to make the playoffs, and I don't really know what happened because I haven't been paying too much attention to baseball this season.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think their team's falling apart, and I'd like to see what's going to happen to them next. I feel like someone big's going to leave, which honestly, I don't know if it's going to be Machado or if it's going to be Tatis Jr., but I feel like someone big, or maybe even Cronenworth. But, until then, we're just here waiting. Astros activate pitcher Jake Odorizzi from injured list. Reds place pitcher Wade Miley on 10-day IL, which, I mean, as a Reds fan, I mean, it's not really going to hurt us too much. Wade Miley's had a great season, but he misses 2 games. I'm not really upset. I mean, we're already near the end of the season, and I don't think playoffs is going to be in our future as much as I'd like to. We once again choke, and I'm just praying to God that Castellanos will stay with us, but chances of that happening is very unlikely. Giants first baseman Brandon Belt had an x-ray that showed that he had a fractured thumb, which I just checked it recently again. They're saying that he's going to miss 4 weeks with this fractured thumb, which is going to suck, especially for the Giants. I mean, it's already crucial. I mean, they've had a great year, and that's just going to make it ruin it. Mets reinstalled pitcher Noah Synongard, which he was from the 60-day IL, which, I mean, he was out for a while. I think we actually reported on when he missing, and that was like months ago. So, good news for them.
All right, so now it's time for the NBA. We got Pacers guard Karis LeVert has a stress fracture in his back. He could return sometime around the start of the season, which, I mean, that's for the Pacers. First of all, he's a good player, obviously, but since it's just training camp, he's got to figure out a way to train while at the same time staying healthy with his back because you don't want him to re-injure it, obviously. News broke out that Russell Westbrook was trying to get Bradley Beal to leave Washington too. Westbrook said that Beal had a desire to leave and that Beal also helped Westbrook get traded. I'm a little shocked by this, but at the same time, NBA players have so much say in where they want to go. It's crazy. I mean, they always say and whine, I want to go to a contender and build a super team. And they always get their wish, which really annoys me, and it makes them sound really entitled. And Westbrook is another example of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Westbrook honestly is just desperate to get a championship. I think, that's not going to mean or nothing. I just think he's getting to that time of where he's just thinking about his future. So, I mean, God knows what's going to happen with them.
I mean, if the Lakers' retirement home stays healthy, they have a pretty good chance of getting the championship this year, in my opinion.
Maybe the lucky number 6 for LeBron's going to get him somewhere. But until then, I think unless he gets that hair back to where it was really decreasing again, it's not fake. Until then, he's never going to be the same. I'm glad he changed his number from 23, though, because, God, Michael Jordan owns that number, not him. All right, I'll get off my rant now.
Exactly. 6 should be LeBron's own legacy. Rui Hachimura out indefinitely due to personal issues. Quinn Cook signs with Trailblazers. Timberwolves fired general manager Gerson Rosas, which I'm not too sure about this, but I know Karl Anthony Towns was not happy about it, so I don't really know what to think of that.
I mean, I'm not really. I'm kind of with you. I don't know if it was a L or a W. I can say though, when Karl Anthony Towns is mad, that's when you screwed up in my mind. So maybe there's something that was special to him, and Towns is hard or something, or maybe I don't know. I mean, I guess I didn't think he was the worst, but maybe if we get someone else, maybe the Timberwolves will improve a lot. I mean, we'll know. Who knows?
Ben Simmons says he never wants to show his face in front of Sixers fans again. We already knew this bit, so it's here, so I'll just report it.
Yeah, but he just reinstated it, which, I kind of only put this in here just to get my opinion on it, which, really, I just want to say Sixers fans just kind of treat this guy awful. And, I really, anybody can fight me about that. Ben Simmons is not a bad basketball player in any way, and the Sixers over-exaggerated a lot.
I mean, he's a decent basketball player. He should be playing at forward, not point guard.
Oh, agreed. I think he should be a big body, especially with this defense. Oh, he could be doing
I mean,
so much better.
He's what, 6'6", 6'7", maybe, or 6'5", I think. I'm not even sure.
No, I think he's like 6'6", man, dude. He's huge. I just know that for his position.
Big enough.
I like if he could play somewhere else besides point guard, I feel like he could easily get a lot more blocks by when they come up in the paint and just other stuff that I feel like would help him out so much more.
Exactly.
I mean, he's not really a shooter. I mean, he's a good
Exactly.
teammate. I think he's a good teammate, but I think he's more of a big body. I mean, you can see it. He drives to the paint. He doesn't stay outside the zone and shoot.
And I agree with your point that, the Sixers fans treat him horribly. But, I mean, to be fair, all of Philadelphia sports teams fans are trash. I've seen Eagles fans, when they're, like, losing, they boo the team off the field, their own team. So Philly fans are just a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
I hate
Sixers
all
fans are
Philly
awful.
teams just because of that.
Ha, suck it, Matt.
Avery Bradley agreed to deal with Golden State Warriors, which this is a good move for them off the bench. If I'm correct, he's a really, really good defender. So that will be a really good move for them to back up Steph Curry.
Yeah, I think he'd be a nice backup. I'm guessing the whole Isaiah Thomas thing didn't work out. Dang it. Kind of hurts a little bit, but I think Isaiah Thomas might go somewhere. I mean, you got the Warriors interested in you. I thought there might be some other team, Isaiah Thomas to Washington? Question mark.
No, not again, please. Warriors targeting December for Klay Thompson's return. Michael Porter Jr. agrees to $5 million max dollar or 5-year, max contract up to $270 million. MPJ is a good player. I think he deserves the contract extension, but this is an overpay.
Yeah, it was actually 207, but that's not a big deal.
It's
still just as
I'm not thinking right.
No,
tonight.
it's fine. It's still just as much, man. It's like so bad. I'm sorry, but I think he's a great guy and a great player, but 207, man. Like, what are you guys doing? What is this like? Dude, just this like off season. It's like everybody's just like overpaying everything. It's
Exactly.
insane.
Yeah, and especially Michael Porter. I think he deserves a contract, but not 207. Jeez.
Yeah, the NBA is causing the money issues in America. All right, the shortage of money is caused by the NBA.
After 7 years of being ineligible to play in the NBA due to Marfan syndrome, ex-Baylor player Isaiah Austin will join the NBA in a league office role, which one thing that I really have liked about the NBA is, like, if there's a big story about a player, like, not being able to get drafted, like, they honorary draft them into the league, which that's a really cool moment. They did that for Isaiah Austin and Terrence Clark, who died in a car accident about, like, 6 months before the draft, I think.
Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment to recognize Terrence Clark. Terrence was an All-American high school basketball star in the Boston area. He attended the University of Kentucky, and following his freshman year, he declared for the draft to pursue his lifelong dream of playing in the NBA. Terrence was expected to be drafted tonight, but he tragically passed away in April following a car crash. He was 19. His extraordinary talent, commitment, and dedication to the game deserve to be recognized on this stage. With us this evening is Terrence's mom, Asmin, his brother Gavin, his sister Tatiana. To the three of you, and to all of those who knew and admired Terrence, please know that he will forever be part of the NBA family. It is my honor to now announce that with the next pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the NBA selects Terrence Clark from the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, well, I just kind of say like about the NBA is like, man, you hear the greatest come up stories and like the greatest stories, I think from NBA, from out of all those, like you hear the most about the NBA. That's like, wow, this is crazy. We actually have some college football news. There's a good amount. Clemson's wide receiver EJ Williams made a motion that some people have dictated of him spitting in a NC State girl's face.
Want a seat at the table? It starts with Clemson. Well, make room at the buffet table for NC State because the Wolfpack are here.
Which, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you'd have to see spit. I feel like more like he was just like yelling at her or something. And this was after the game was over. He reportedly had verbal altercations with fans and NCS players, which, I mean, to be fair, people seem to be pushing him on the video. And like you could see people like definitely saying stuff to him, which, to be fair, in my mind, if you're saying stuff to me and I just lost to a team that's not as good as mine, I'm probably gonna be pretty upset too.
Yeah, true.
Which then I asked the question, should he be penalized? And personally, I say no because it looks like they started it first. I mean, if he did spit in the girl's face, then maybe that's a little different. But the whole like verbal altercation part of just maybe saying like stupid stuff to the students and the team, I wouldn't do nothing like that.
Yeah, I mean, if the fans started it first and he was just defending himself and his team, then I wouldn't do that. But if he was doing it first, definitely penalize him. And also with him spitting on someone, I don't really recall seeing him spitting on someone compared to the Steelers guy spitting on somebody.
Flags down at the end of the play, back where Ben Roethlisberger and the offensive line were. And it was Trey Turner taking exception to something from the Raiders side.
Yeah. Clemson falls to number 25 after a loss to NC State. Speaking of, which was 27-21. They had 2 overtimes. And I just want to say, suck it, Clemson. You guys are awful. Dog water. I don't know how you guys did this, but you guys sold so bad.
At the beginning of the season, I knew that Clemson was going to hurt after losing Anthony and Lawrence, but I didn't think they were going to be this down bad. They suck. That first game of the season against Georgia, that was embarrassing. And they've just overall just have not been doing good. And especially NC State. Oh my God. Clemson, what are you doing?
Honestly, I kind of forgot about NC State. No offense.
And why
Utah
are they
player
ranked? They're still ranked. How?
I don't know. Utah player Aaron Lowe was shot and killed at a Sunday morning house party. House parties are never the way to go. People just saying that now. It doesn't matter where you are. Nothing goes good at house parties. Warning you now. Prayers for his family, though.
Yeah,
Ohio State
sad.
linebacker. I'll say that again. I'm sorry.
I said it's very sad. Prayers to his family and his team.
Yes. Ohio State linebacker Kayvon Pope left game earlier against Akron after a blow-up on the sideline, entering on Twitter saying he'll leave the school. which crazy enough, he actually like left middle of the game. So I mean, if I was Ohio State, obviously you're off my team, dude. I don't know what you guys are doing. I feel like even to make a threat like that is stupid. Especially at Ohio State, you're at one of the best dang schools. What are you talking about? I mean, yeah, you guys aren't the best this year. But like, where are you gonna transfer to that's better? What, Bama? Like, that's your only option of better than Ohio State. That goes for college football rules in general. I think anybody agrees with me.
Right, exactly. I don't know why you'd be upset at being at Ohio State. I know there's a lot of players who'd probably kill to be at Ohio State.
Oh yeah, which I didn't put this on here because I forgot, and I forget this guy's name, but it was against Wisconsin, and the team, I forget what they were called, but this one linebacker, right, from a small school, had 31 tackles. It actually set a new school record.
Wow.
In college football, which I think is very impressive. Dude's a beast, and I feel like he deserves a better team. And this just goes to show you that, there are players that are super good and at an unnamed school. So, I mean, really, I feel like sometimes we don't give, enough love to those players that do make stuff that's like, whoa, how do you do this? I don't know. I mean, it's just like, I think what was the school called? Murray State with, what is his name? Help me out. In basketball.
John Morant.
John Morant. Oh, thank you. John Morant. Great example. So Washington State wide receiver Brandon Gray was shot Saturday morning and is in serious but stable condition. A couple shootings, man. What's going on? I feel like this is all, it's kind of feeling like the beginning of the NFL season when we started doing NFL news and you hear all these like players either getting killed or they were getting locked up. It was just like, whoa.
That's true.
Number 23, Auburn was almost upset by Georgia State, 34-24, which at one point Georgia State was beating them. And once again, Georgia, you see their name again, Georgia Tech upsets number 21 UNC 45-22.
Ouch.
Embarrassing. They're not even ranked. You're number 21. How are you still number 21?
Right.
Number 4, Oklahoma hit game-winning field goal to escape West Virginia 16-13, which even
Jones on the hold. AC Kelleher to snap it. And Burkett drives it through. And Oklahoma survives a slugfest. Not the statement game they were hoping for, but Rattler poised in the final drive. The kicker clutch. And West Virginia heads back to Morgantown. A lot to be proud of, but some crucial mistakes ended up costing them these ball games.
Even that, dude, they're not ranked either. And you nearly lost to them. Embarrassing.
I just want to say a lot of game-winning field goals this week.
Oh, plenty. And then, the old Vikings against the Cardinals, man. We just can't make a field goal, can we?
Good snap. Lead home for the win.
Unbelievable. And the Cardinals survive.
Just our whole thing, it just sucks, man. I hate it. Anyways, we have top 10 plays of the week. It's been a while, and we're bringing them back. So at number 10, we have Aaron Jones touchdown off a quick toss.
2nd and goal from the 4. Tap pass. It is to Aaron Jones trying to turn the corner. He does. Touchdown, Packers.
And at number 9 is the Red Sox double play. Here's the clip.
2-2 to Lindor. Hot shot. Iglesias with a stab. Oh, bad. Red Sox turn to double play. That's a dandy.
Number 8, I'm going to murder this guy's name. F.A. Ajaba, K.O.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
That's it.
Thunder strikes, and it comes from F.A. Ajagba.
And at number 7 is Sanchez. I'm not really sure his first name. He plays in the Marlins. Catching ball with bare hand.
Lewin Diaz, the only one on the right side of the infield. This one down the right field line. Sanchez. Oh, boy! He caught it with his bare hand. He overran it and caught it with his bare hand.
You don't see that much often, do you? Devontae Adams jukes 3 defenders.
They throw for the first time tonight. There is Devontae Adams. Beautiful cut. First down.
In at number 5 is Brandon Crawford doing a spin and still managing to get the out.
That way, you're bad, babe. You double-faced entendre. Life goes on and 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 on. On and on and on and on and on.
Impressive. Number 4, Charlie Morton, nasty back foot breaking ball.
Nobody on or out. Bottom of the first inning for Charlie Morton. And a back foot breaking ball. Wow.
Killer pitch.
What?
In at number 3 is Lamar Jackson winning the game for the Ravens by flipping into the end zone.
The pistol. Keeping himself untouched into the end zone.
I remember I saw that. Number 2, woman hits puck with insane accuracy into a rolling tire.
And in at number 1, we mentioned it earlier as the fun fact. If you watched all the way through, we mentioned this. Justin Tucker, hitting a 66-yard field goal for an NFL record. Here's the clip.
Its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my! Did that just happen, Greg?
And we are also going to be having a top 10 football position list. This is going to be top 10 tight ends. I'll start us out. Coming in at number 1, I have Travis Kelce, obviously. Number 2, Darren Waller. Number 3, George Kittle. Number 4, TJ Hawkinson. Number 5, Mark Andrews. Number 6, Mike Gesicki. Number 7, Noah Fant. Number 8, Hunter Henry. Number 9, Dallas Goedert. And number 10, Logan Thomas.
Interesting. For mine, number 1 is Travis Kelce. Number 2 is George Kittle. Number 3 is Darren Waller. Number 4 is Kyle Pitts. Number 5 is Mark Andrews. Number 6, Dallas. I always remember this guy's last name. Goedert, maybe. Number 7, Rob Gronkowski. Ron Gronkowski. Lord, I can't talk today. Number 8, TJ Hickerson. Number 9, Mike Gesicki. Number 10, Hunter Henry. And my honorable mention would be Noah Fant. I would have put him in the top 10, but I couldn't decide between him and Henry.
Yeah. So with that will conclude this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.